Okay, yeah, I think this shot looks good. I think normally the character would kind of be looking into the space on the frame. Also, this is not the correct aspect ratio. It should be 16 by 9, and this is very kind of a long rectangle, so it'd be smaller. But normally you'd leave the space kind of in front of the character, so you could turn the character and have the space over here, or you could put the character here, kind of give her the space to look into. It looks nice from that angle too. I think what you might also want, as just in variety, is like a close-up of the character. Um, the reason these textures don't link when I open a file is that you still have this set to your default project. Before you open your scene, you want to go File, um, Set Project, and then choose, because you see you're still set to the default project. It has that workspace.mel folder in there. You want to go uh, into here, one up from there, here, and then say Set Project, and it'll create a default workplace, that .mel file I just showed you. And then when you open it, the texture should leak. I wouldn't have that problem. So you went nuts with paint effects, and it looks pretty good. It's going to be an issue, however, when it comes time to render, for two reasons. One is a hardware render will probably do okay, although be a little bit slower than normal. But when we do an Arnold render, paint effects will not render. It will not work. They do not show up in an Arnold render, and the final render for this class is an Arnold render. So what you have to do is you have to convert these to polygons. So you do modify, convert paint effects to polygons. Now that's fine and should work. Um, oh, and it didn't even work because there's just too much. It's too dense. So you see, it looks like we've gotten some polygons out of this, but already it's slowing down. And if you tried to convert all these paint effects to polygons, where you really went nuts with that, and it looks good because of that. Like it looks kind of nice and fleshed out with all this stuff, but you're not gonna be able to render if this is all polygons. It's just gonna take too long. Um, so these are. Why is it not selecting them? Yeah, you can see those are polygons now, which is different from paint effects, and then you end up having to texture them or at least assign colors and stuff. But there's so much it wasn't able to do it. Like if I try to pick, let's turn these back on. If I try to do some grass or something like this patch of grass, let's see what it does. It's probably not going to be successful either. Modify, convert, paint effects to polygons. See, it's kind of freezing up a little bit about on me. And this is just like one patch of many. Look, it's still working on it. And again, it gives me that error. And it's not going to convert them all, I don't think. So you're relying too much on paint effects. It's just way, way, way too much. Um, and like I said, the hardware render might look good, but the Arnold render is not going to work at all. So I think you want to, you know, do rely more on textures than on all these paint effects. Kind of judiciously add some paint effects here and there, and then convert them to polygons. Let's see what's happening. So looks like I did get a fair amount of grass here as geometry, although for some reason it's like transparent, which is weird. Or is that still paint effects? No. No, it looks like polygons. Oh, see, it's freezing up on me. Yeah, way, way, way too much paint effects to be able to be successful with this moving forward. Just trying to see if it'll show up if I assign a material to it. Yeah, I mean, it's showing up. I don't know why it's black. Oh, it's probably reversed or something. So, yeah, I mean, you can have a lot, but the more you have in there, the slower the render, and it's going to become pretty onerous after a while. So maybe try to do a little less area, like maybe if you kind of keep her within, a smaller area, you don't need as much kind of all around, which will help a bit. And then just try to reduce that. Maybe get a texture down for the grass. Looks like you just use solid green, but instead do like painted grass, and then just kind of use a tuft of grass here and there to kind of give it some, make it look like 3 dimensions.